following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah, go Cowboys! This is Mick Shots.
Streaming live on DallasCowboys.com and the official Dallas Cowboys app.
Now, here are Bill Jones, Heckma Harrison, Everson Walls, and Mickey Spagnola.
Well, good afternoon, Cowboy Nation, and welcome to the
checking to see if it was afternoon.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Cowboy Nation, and welcome to the Taj Mahal of football in the SWBC Mortgage Podcast Studio here in Frisco at the Star, home of your Dallas Cowboys. You are now rocking with the best. I'm Heckma Harrison, and next to me is a Super Bowl champion that loves to play golf. He's already given us the warning about his attendance for next week.
That's right.
But he is a Super Bowl champion, and my man Everson Walls is in the building. And the man that the show is named after, Mickey Spagnola, graced us with his presence. He is here today as well. Bill Jones will be here by the third segment. So, guys, as I get an opportunity here at DallasCowboys.com to host a show, I make sure that I check in with my co-host first to see how your mind is and see how you're doing. Everson, how are you, sir?
My mind is good, and I'm glad you asked because everyone's not doing as well as we want them to.
Better believe
and
it.
I'm just blessed that I have, a good people in my life.
That's awesome, man.
Yes, sir.
That is awesome. Mickey, how are you?
I'm good. Happy to be here.
Happy to be here.
Another
Awesome.
game on the docket.
Yeah, we got a big one. We got a big one, guys. And as I've gone through this and looked at I'm sure you got an opportunity to gaze at the rundown for today. But,
of course we did.
And I'm sure.
Oh, wait. Let me give it a like. Okay. Hold on. Here's my
Look at it. We'll look at it one
My
more
bad.
time because I think where we start is in your just evaluation of the Washington Commanders this week. What has you the most worried about this young Commander squad, Mickey?
Jaydon Daniels.
Jaydon Daniels. That's what I was going to say. That's a no-brainer.
That and the Cowboys' health going into the game.
What is it about Jaydon Daniels as a quarterback that really has you more?
Because he'll take off and run when you're expecting it and when you're least expecting it, and you better be ready. And that combined with his ability to throw the ball that improved greatly his rookie year from when he was in college, which really surprised me because when I would watch him at LSU, it was like, oh, just force him to throw the ball. Do not let him run. And the fact that his accuracy and recognition downfield improved as a rookie greatly made him even that more dangerous because he can run the ball. And that's the part that scares me the most. You can tell me about Scattaboo and McLaurin and whatever they're doing on a defense that's kind of average. I think this is on him, and I think it proved out last week in the loss, right? They turned the ball over. He had a late turnover that led to the winning field goal. To me, it's all about Jaydon Daniels.
And his youth. I think if you're the Cowboys, that's something that you want to attack. You want to, put him in unfamiliar situations if you can.
Yes.
Not that's saying a lot.
That's the biggest thing, right?
Well, yeah, because our biggest enemy from doing that is ourselves.
Right.
Because our defense will not allow us to get in a comfortable situation or even have a comfortable lead at this point. I like Jaydon Daniels a lot. His overall game is amazing to me, but it's just like anything else. Sometimes he goes to the well too often when it comes to running the ball. And I get it, he's got that ability. But you've got a lot of guys out there that are trying to come at you on defense. And as a running quarterback, I don't know who their backup is. Who is their backup?
Marcus Mariota.
Mariota. Okay, yeah, he I think he did us dirty last year, didn't he? We were about to win the game.
They lost the game to him, the last game of the season.
That's what I thought.
But they beat Washington the first time they played. Turpin had a kickoff return for a touchdown.
And not just a kickoff return,
99.
the kickoff return for a touchdown.
We talked about it yesterday, right?
Yes.
And then the fact that they tried to onside kick when they got within 1 point after missing their extra point.
Right.
And then Wanye Thomas took it to the house, 43 yards.
This is a rivalry, first of all, a divisional rivalry game, so there's no telling what can happen out there. I look for it to be a close game, but I don't want us to put Washington in a position doing just like we did last week with Carolina, to where we have to stop them to win the game with one score. I could beg all I want. I could have all the optimism I want at this moment. Like, this is going to be the moment where everything changes. At this point, I don't believe that our defense can answer the bell when it comes to.
Wow. I mean, you have no proof.
I have none. And I hate saying this, but I have no proof. And, when you're talking about division rivalry, this game is extremely important.
Yes.
In so many ways. Our record needs to be around 500. Going into it, so we can keep up with the rest of the people in the NFC East. The NFC East alone, we could lose track of it. Hopefully not, because everyone's kind of losing at this point. But when you have opportunities, you need to take advantage of them. This is an opportunity for this team to do something with the bad defense that we have.
Well, if you think about the 2 of the 3 losses and the tie, they had opportunities, right?
Yeah.
And then either tied or got beat. You mentioned the rivalry, and somehow Cowboys-Commanders doesn't have the same feel as Cowboys-Redskins.
Of course not, no.
And I know it's the same organization.
I know, I'm with you.
But without Redskins out there,
it's completely
it just
different.
doesn't feel
Mentally, it feels different because it doesn't go back to what you remember on Thanksgivings.
It's a disconnect.
It is.
It's a disconnect.
And I don't know how you, renew the rivalry, but since 2021, the Dallas Cowboys are 19-7 against NFC East opponents, and that's a damn good record. I think you'll take that. But this season is a little bit different for some reason, and the aura around the team, I think, is a little bit different. But the thing that worries me in this game is Jaydon Daniels, but Cliff Kingsbury, the offensive coordinator, the once Arizona head coach, who has found a home in Washington, D.C., and has a offense to go with it. A young quarterback that I believe, admires him and is really running his offense to the T. The way that our defense is struggling in communication, in his creativity as an offensive coordinator,
that's not a good recipe.
It's not, and that's why Eberflus's interview today is so important, because he understands that he has his hands full with an offense that has a bunch of artillery, and you take into account a guy like Scary Terry McLaurin, if he is healthy enough to come back, Deebo Samuels, Zach Ertz, the tight end. But they have some role players. And, it's one of those things. You remember Gladys Knight and the Pips?
Yeah.
The one thing you don't want to do is get beat by the Pips, right?
Well, they have some Pips out there.
They got some Pips.
They got a Pip that can run the hell out the ball as that running back is concerned. I think the reason the rivalry is a little bit different now, because the Commanders have not shown up in the division. What made the rivalry with the Redskins at the time, so important was we were always at the top of the NFC East, one or the other. And, so we got accustomed to that. That makes a great rivalry because the games mean something, at each time. This game means something.
Yeah.
I think these 2 quarterbacks, they really are at the cream of the crop as far as the NFL is concerned. And I think they will bring back the sense of rivalry just from the competition between those 2 alone.
Well, if you think about it, the rivalry really didn't get started. I mean, I know how it got started. I should do this again because every year they play, I bring Bill a copy of my book just to remind him. And he goes, I've got about 3 of these. Right. Just trying to help you out.
Yeah.
But the rivalry really didn't start till the early 70s when George Allen got there. They got
George
better,
Allen.
and now they took something away from what the Cowboys thought was their inalienable right.
The
Go to
NFC.
the Super Bowl, win the NFC, and all of a sudden they got beat in the playoffs by them.
And he tore down the signs all around Texas Stadium. You know, did you? Well, you too young. They tore down those signs all around Texas.
Google's my friend.
I mean, that was very disrespectful. You tear down my sign, man. I'm surprised some fans didn't jump down their own joy.
And then the Cowboys got into it when
Harvey Martin.
No, it was Too Tall thought that they had sent a funeral wreath to him in '79.
Yes.
Remember? And then they beat him. No, and it was Harvey. Right?
It was Harvey.
It was Harvey Martin.
Harvey took the wreath and threw it into the doggone jet.
And they were all kneeling. Wow. They were kneeling in the locker room,
crying. They made them start. Grown men cried.
You know, and even when they told Harvey, but you know, we've done the research, and nobody from the Redskins did this. It was somebody from the Cowboys sent it to him, just acting like it came from Washington D.C.
Because that was an exciting. Was that the game?
That was
Tony
the comeback
Hill?
game for Tony Hill.
That's right. Tony Hill caught on Lamar Parrish, right?
Yeah. And they beat him because the winner was going to win the NFC East. The loser was not going to be in the playoffs, right? So it was a big deal. And Harvey walked over there in full uniform, helmet on.
That's right.
Pulled open the door because he didn't even know how to get there. Somebody had to show him how to get to the visitors' locker room and threw it in, slid it on the floor, and they were all on their knees saying post-game prayer.
He said, "Take this, you."
Yeah, right. Yeah. Da.
Late, great Harvey Martin.
So that was part of the rivalry that just kind of went into the 80s and really even in the 90s when the Cowboys got good and the Redskins. So the bottom line, when you said, you know, they're usually one or the other was winning the division, the year we wrote the book was the first year in forever neither one went to the playoffs, right? How'd that do for me?
Yeah, nice timing. Nice timing.
So are you saying that we need to call Golden Gate Funeral Home and have a wreath sent to the
nice
star?
Colorful.
Yeah, right. I mean, because at this point, when you think about this defense and you think about and I think that's the one thing that gives you pause about this game is how is our defense going to handle the artillery that they deal with, that the Washington Commanders have? Do you think it's going to have to start first with being able to stop the run? And if so, who in the hell do you have on this roster in that starting 11 that you trust that can stop the run?
As far as the run is concerned, I don't see us doing well. This team is very good at running the ball. The running back, I can't remember his name, but he's a little bitty guy, and
Chris Krosky-Merritt. Bill, excuse me, not Chris. I'm thinking Chris.
Yeah,
Bill Crosby.
And I said Scatterboo. I meant Crosby.
Yeah, we know.
Krosky-Merritt.
We got you.
Yeah, well, Krosky, if I can just call him that. This guy is really good. He fits in with this offense that has a lot of talent on it. I think Noah Brown is on IR.
Yes, he's injured.
He's injured?
He was listed. I think they put him on IR finally. So they've got some injuries to deal with.
They do.
By the way.
They do.
And by the way, their defense is ranked 26th, and they are 3-3. So let's not build them up like,
we're not doing that.
Lord.
No, we're not.
They've got as many losses as the Cowboys, right?
I think building them up comes from what we just experienced versus the Panthers, and that's why we started with the offense, because we realized that if they're able to get their running game going, then all of the other weapons that we're talking about are going to be at Jaydon Daniels' disposal.
Well, they're going to score 30 points.
And see,
it's up to the Cowboys' offense to score 35.
So I heard someone talking about it last night, and it makes a lot of sense. Do we need to start extending our drives through down? Do we need to start going for it on fourth down?
You don't want any big plays?
We got to go fourth down.
Fourth down.
We got to go for if it's
sort of like they
fourth
did
and
the
5
first possession of the game.
We have to
against Carolina.
We have to.
Didn't settle for a field goal.
We got to stop settling for field goals. Our offense, we've got to ride it more. I mean, more than what we have, and that's saying a lot compared to what our offense has been doing right now. As far as I'm concerned, 4th and 5, we got to go for it.
4th and 5.
4th and 5. You got to go for it.
Well,
man.
depending on.
I mean, you got to go for it, right?
But if you
Riverboat
Everson. Score points, man. We got to score points,
where
bro.
are you at when you're going for it?
Well, yeah, I mean, but
it's got to be on their side of the 50.
It doesn't. That's not necessarily.
Well, because if not, it's a touchdown going the other way. The last thing you want to do is put that defense out there to defend a short field.
All I'm saying is this. Our offense needs to extend their drives, their ability to continue a drive. I don't think we do. I love our special teams. We got one of the best special teams around, punter and kicker, one of the best in the NFL. But as far as I'm concerned, we don't need them. We need points. We need touchdowns. We need touchdowns. We've been doing this.
No, I
We've had 2 overtimes. We've had 2 overtimes.
But you don't want to see the punter out there on your own 30-yard line.
I mean,
Dan Campbell.
Come on, man. You got to do something. As far as I'm concerned, the games that we had that was intact, it was because our offense was aggressive.
Yeah.
And we need to stay aggressive.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Running the ball, I didn't like it. First of all, no one ever talked about how badly we ran the ball this last week.
Yeah, not only that. I mean,
how do we let them stop us running the ball? Yeah. When we're so high on our offensive line. We have not talked about that at all this week, about, once again, injuries. I do get that. But we have had this next man up attitude all year. All of a sudden in this game against a weak defensive team,
the evidence changed because what happened was you ran into 2 defensive tackles that just completely just stymied everything that you had.
That's the.
Oh my God, man! Number 95. I mean, they had some guys that were killing us up front. They owned the line of scrimmage. You talking about point of attack? They were taking
their defensive line.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. When you turn on the tape for Carolina, just recognize the way that number 95. They didn't have an answer for him, and then they had number 94, another guy that just was unblockable.
So then, if you look at the Commanders. Do we have those same issues as far as?
Well, I'm sure they went to work on how the Panthers schemed the Cowboys' offense, right? Mm-hmm. But having said that, they did score 27 points and should have had more, right?
Yeah.
Kicking 2 field goals inside the 10-yard line.
Right.
So
let's say, look at those 2 plays. Do you go for those on 4th down? If we're in that same position now.
Instead of kicking a field goal.
Instead of kicking field goals. Do we do that? I mean, do we go for it? And see, that's the mindset I'm thinking. No more field goals inside the 10. No more field goals inside the 5. I'm going for it.
I like this. I like this, Everson.
The problem with the 1 is they started at 1st and goal at the 8.
Yeah.
And they finished at 4th and goal at the 9.
Right.
So you had 3 plays that you.
I understand.
You lost 36 inches.
You still got to start. We have to start thinking.
I know.
This way. We have to. I mean, we're waiting on this defense, man. We're waiting on it. We're waiting. Chicago,
But think
Jets.
about it.
We're like, Jets. Here we go, Jets.
They kicked the field goal, tie game, and they stopped them. Got the ball at the 46-yard line and went 3 and out.
Yeah.
Which gave them the ball, and they ate up the final, 6:07?
Yeah.
So.
And that's on the defense.
The thinking was good.
Yeah.
But, when you're.
It's okay to go 3 and out, but 6 minutes to go in the game.
You thought, because you'd get the ball back.
Yeah.
So did Dak.
Yeah. So did everybody. Just not those guys. I mean, but they were, and that's the argument, I think, for Cowboy fans is that we're expecting Dak to be perfect in every situation. And he has to be. Yeah. At this point, if you're talking about we're waiting on the defense, Mickey just said it. The Commanders are going to score 30 points. You're basically in a shootout. That means that the Cowboys have to score 35
every week.
Every week. This is where we are. And I think we have accepted that. We're not even talking about maybe the defense can get a stop, because even in those games, go back to Green Bay, you score, and was it 46 seconds left? that they went down in 46 seconds.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're not talking about 6 minutes. You talk about 6 minutes versus 46 as a defender. You're thinking, man, 40. There's no way. There's no way.
Up there. Oh
there's,
my God.
There's no way. There's no way they're going to be able to get down close enough to be able.
In the owner's box. Man,
No way.
I was having such a good time, man, and they just ruined it. I couldn't sit there. The last drive, I just couldn't sit there and watch it.
And you scored 37 points.
Yes, you did.
And you had to go to overtime.
At home.
And then you scored 40.
Yeah, so you can't even talk about the crowd.
Right.
You can't even use that.
Come on, man.
No, that was that was very unique. But we're going to take our first break because I want to talk about our great wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
And
Seavers.
I want our great
You're
wide.
not
This
plural?
particular one.
Hey,
This particular
I want to talk about our great. Well, pick a name. We'll be right back here on Mick Shots.
The National Medal of Honor Museum is now open in Arlington, Texas, just a few blocks from AT&T Stadium. Immersive exhibits and exciting technology allow you to fly a rescue helicopter mission in Vietnam and have conversations with virtual Medal of Honor recipients. Come be inspired by these incredible stories of ordinary Americans who did the extraordinary. Get your tickets at mohmuseum.org.
Hey, Cowboy fans. Keith Davis here, former Cowboys safety.
Keith Davis into the end zone.
You know what separates champions from the rest? Making the right move at the right moment. With blockchain.com, that's never been easier. The Cowboys became America's team by striking bold when it mattered most. Now it's your turn. Invest like your icons with blockchain.com. Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys today to get started and learn more. That's blockchain.com/Cowboys.
Hey, Cowboy fans, if you're thinking about attending a game this season, visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today. Stay at the team hotel, have dinner with a Cowboys legend, and experience the best sports venue in the world, AT&T Stadium. Also, tour the Star, get autographs from your favorite players, and talk X's and O's with me, Mickey Spagnola. The official travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys will take care of all your travel needs. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your package today.
Miller Lite, the legendary light beer. The originator, the inventor. If this beer could talk, it'd tell stories about that one time, that night, that one guy, that one gal. Writing a story 50 years long and 50 million friends wide. Because legendary stories start with a light. Here's to 50 years of Miller Time. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Back to Mick Shots.
Cowboys Nation, Dallas Cowboys United, presented by Globe Life, is exclusively in the Dallas Cowboys app. Join the official fan club today to receive access to Cowboys Drops, where you can win game tickets, autograph items, exclusive experiences, and more. Download the app now to join.
And speaking of drops, well, we're back here on Mick Shots.
We're not talking drops.
But did you?
Don't say drops and then you're about to bring back that this dude's about to come back.
No, I'm not talking about. I'm talking.
Okay.
Did you see what Penn State had to drop on James Franklin? The buyout.
Oh, the money?
Yes. Oh my God.
NIL?
No. They fired him, so they had to buy out his
the
country.
coach.
Yes, the coach. My $50 million. That's a lot. That's a lot of money.
You sit there and go, please fire me.
Fire me now. if anything starts with a $50
So
million,
he's got nothing to do tomorrow.
golf.
Yeah, he's chilling. He's chilling
Golf.
with Fitty.
Teeterboro.
Chilling with Fitty.
Yeah.
Man.
If his ego is okay,
I think, you know what, Mickey? I could buy another ego for $50 million.
Man,
I'll be all right
I'm
with
gone. Wow.
The math on that was $20,000 a day for the next 6 years. You got a $50 million buyout. So it's $20 million a day for the next 6 years. $20,000 a day for the next 6 years.
so there's probably a deal in there. If he takes another job, they'll pay the difference.
I would
right?
not
Yeah,
take
yeah.
But I wouldn't
There is.
take it.
Who wants
But
a
here's the
good
thing,
job?
Mick, in that deal, just I found out that he has to look for he has to actively look,
For a job.
What?
and it has to be over $8 million.
I got a lot of friends out there Hey,
say no. Hey, I'll interview with you, but I don't want
Can
the
you
job.
imagine?
Just call me, please.
Hey, I'll interview me and I'll pay
I pay you.
under the hey, just slap,
Are you
slap.
kidding me?
Man.
Are you kidding me? So look, we'll get away from that.
Yeah.
Penn State. I'm sure a lot of people in Happy Valley are not happy about that. But Mick, you have the injury report. You got to tell me who's good, please. Tell me.
Well, when you got it, I saw all this. They had 10 guys limited.
Yeah.
But no DNPs.
Nice.
So that was an improvement.
Okay.
And 4 of the guys limited.
That means
had
that they're
not-
just hurt. They're not injured.
Well, it's guys coming back from injuries that did not practice the last few weeks. So you get Tyler Booker limited, and he looks like he's good to go. CeeDee Lamb, we discussed it, right?
He's breathing.
Jack Sanborn had to pass one more cognitive test to get out of concussion protocol, and he was in helmet and pads yesterday. So I think it depended on how much he did and then how well he woke up this morning. And Cavante Turpin with the foot was in helmet and shoulder pads, so he was good to go. To see those guys now limited after they had not practiced for 2-3 weeks, I thought was pretty darn encouraging. The other one, Kalen Carson, who he and Mingo now this week will complete their 21-day practice session. We talked about it yesterday.
Yes, we did.
So he's listed as full. They do have a roster spot available from Jalen Cropper.
Okay.
Right? And I think he's going to get back on the practice squad. So if they want, he can be active. Now, they don't have to do, we talked about it yesterday, the 21 days are up after the end of the week. So by next Wednesday is when they have to decide, are you taking them off IR and putting them on the 53? Or are you leaving them on IR? So they got a decision to make with those two guys.
Malik Hooker.
Hooker got put on IR, I believe.
So his window is now.
He's got
2 more weeks.
2 more weeks that on IR, and then the window can open to practice. So he's going to be out a while, and as we talked about with Overshone, they haven't even started his window, and I'm sure they'll use all 21 of those days to ramp him up. Right. So you're looking the middle of November, maybe, or after Thanksgiving, one of the two. So that's where those guys are. The other guys limited, Keegan, Cornelius. Marshawn Nealon's been dealing with an ankle. Tyler Smith, they've got listed a knee, but he played last week. Donovan Wilson played last week, and he's got an elbow and a knee. Hopefully it's not all on the same side. Yeah. So anyway.
No, you kind of want that to be on.
They listed Diggs and Houston also as fully practicing.
But you didn't say Bland. Bland's not on?
He's not even on it.
Oh, nice. We good. Something. So, of CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb was who I was talking about, guys, as a great wide receiver that is going to be back. And having him back, we touched on it a little bit, but I really think for Dak, he's got to be giddy with excitement to have these two guys on the field at the same time. Now having that connection with George Pickens, but now you knowing the connection that he has with CeeDee Lamb. Mickey, you have plenty of experience with high ankle sprains, not as an athlete, but I'm saying as a
one of the few I haven't suffered.
You have plenty of experience with the athlete here. Talking to the athlete in the room. There you go.
With the high,
talk to him, Hispanic.
But high ankle sprains. When you've seen guys come back, especially from a skill position standpoint, what's your expectation from CeeDee coming back in pretty much a must-win?
High ankle sprain.
Yeah, normally when I hear that, it's 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So he's been out, 3 weeks?
Yeah.
And this would be leading up to the 4th. So usually when they let them back, then they're ready to go.
Yeah.
They don't take a chance.
You don't want to take a chance with a high ankle.
Because I know Jim Maurer and Britt Brown, their motto is, I'm not going to let you play and then you come back to me
Right.
because you irritated what you just recovered
Right.
from. So usually when they put him out there, sometimes it takes 2 weeks of practice. But Schottenheimer seemed pretty confident that he'd be ready to go.
Right.
And you can see when they were doing drills out there that he was running pretty well.
Yes.
So he wasn't favoring it. So, yeah. And I thought the week before when I saw him doing his rehab on the cords, he was moving really well.
Right.
And part of that is not just step, step, step. After the cord comes out, they have him running, like run.
Right.
And he was running pretty well. So, yeah, I think he should be good to go. Obviously, Booker just needs to run 5 yards, right? He'll be good to go. We'll see on Sanborn, and then same thing with Cavante Turpin. He was running in the drills
He's
really
ready to
well.
go.
Yeah.
He's ready to go.
And that's a good thing that even if you just say go out there and catch it, at least he's got experience in the NFL doing that, right? And then after that, everything's gravy. So, and I'm sure Washington will have a bullseye on him.
They better.
As a return guy.
Yeah.
Right?
When you look at the matchups between wide receivers and cornerbacks, obviously we have the advantage offensively.
I would think so.
Now you're talking about giving these guys a little bit of assistance, whether it's from a linebacker or whether it's from a safety. And that bodes well for our running game because now you can't crowd the line of scrimmage with anyone.
No.
You're just messing with fire if you do that. And so I think our offense knows that. I think Shoddy knows that's what's going to happen. They're going to be double teaming one or the other or both.
They're going to double team George Pickens.
Because he's feeling it right now. He's feeling it right now.
I mean, every team that's going to come in is going to, because he gives you the viable threat from everywhere because for who he is as a wide receiver. CeeDee Lamb in this matchup, like say for instance, they have a Marshawn Lattimore. You know, Marshawn Lattimore. Yeah, so great.
Saints.
Yeah, for the Saints, but also a good to great cornerback in the NFL. That's a matchup for me. CeeDee Lamb one-on-one with Marshawn Lattimore. I'm going to expose that all day, every day. And so that's where I think now when CeeDee Lamb getting back on the runway is going to be so much more dangerous for this offense. Oh, and by the way, if you are a Commanders fan or watch any Commanders football, they have a linebacker by the name of Frankie Louvu, number 4. Don't know if you know much about this young man. Everson, he is the real deal.
Real.
He is. And Dan Quinn moves him around and from the edge, blitzing from the middle. He does a lot of different things for them, but they have Dorrance Armstrong. Don't forget about Dorrance.
That's our guy.
Deron Payne. You know Deron Payne. But they have Javon Kinlaw. They have a bunch of weapons over there defensively, but for some reason, it just hasn't been coming together for them.
Well, defensively, if they're number 27th? 26th in the NFL, I'm man. If I'm Dak, I'm ready. If I'm CD, I don't care who's over there. I'm ready.
Yeah.
So, once again, I'm looking for the running game to improve from last week because there's no way they're going to leave our guys out there, their guys out there against our guys one-on-one. So, Ferguson, look forward to having another good game.
Yes.
Because they're going to be doubling those guys on the outside.
Bill Jones is back with us. Oh no! You can still hear us.
Oh, he got the
all dressed up.
All dressed up.
I should have done that for you, man. I should have done that for you.
Hi.
They're probably in the apartment when we take that break.
Yeah.
And we'll spray that down after you take them out.
Yeah.
That's love right there, boy. That's love. Hey, but I give you back to the Cliff Notes, Bill. So we've talked
Cliff
about
Kingsbury Notes.
Yeah,
yes, we started.
We mentioned his name.
Yeah, we definitely mentioned him and the threat that he is against this defense. Talk about getting healthy and having CeeDee Lamb back. Everson has decided, figured out that he does have a pulse and he's breathing, so he's gonna play.
Yeah.
So for the most part, we're looking at all of our weapons back to go against the Commanders.
And I think also having Pickens, having had this opportunity the last few weeks to work with Dak makes Pickens an even better player than he was a month ago.
And the other thing they can't count on is who's going to be in the slot because they ran Pickens out of the slot, by the way, and they had been doing that with Lamb. So they can't just assume, well, we got these two guys on the outside, right? Is it more difficult to double the guy coming out of the slot? Or you do it with a linebacker and a cover.
Well, yeah, no, movement will dictate a lot of things. Yeah, so it is more difficult on the defensive side because you got to show your cards. It's easy for the offense to make you show your cards.
With
when
motion.
you're talking about a slot guy, whether it's motion or whatever. And most of the time, when you're talking slot, whoever that guy is, they used to double him all the time because you had a safety coming down or a third cornerback coming down. If that's what they're going to do with us, I'd love that. Going against Turpin, I'd love that. Bring that third corner down, bring that safety down. That'll be fun. That'll be fun for Turpin.
And they get a free release.
Mm-hmm.
Can't jam them.
Especially if you give them 9 yards of.
You're supposed to.
And a safety in, what'd you say, in Chapel Hill? I think you can do pretty good for yourself.
Starting 19 yards deep and winds up 25 yards deep.
Safeties lined up at the Pentagon.
Tampa Bay used to have their safeties do that. They were not even in the film. You thought they only had 10 guys playing because the safety was about 25 yards.
Was that single high or
single high?
Two.
Yeah, Beasley Reese.
Yeah,
I was
Beasley
thinking
Reese.
they gave new meaning to cover 2 because the 2 were.
Yeah. No, with the no, not that Tampa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they weren't running Tampa 2 then.
Right.
We're talking old school Beasley Reese. So.
Can you think of any reason why he would be playing that deep?
Because
on 4th and 3.
Oh no, 4th and 3, no.
It was
4th and 3.
I mean, I can understand from the Chicago game where you were getting and the Giants
game.
Yeah,
to me, that's what he's got to be thinking. He's got to be thinking.
They may have just decided that we're just going to start you 20 yards and then retreat.
But when I told you that,
but
I told you that earlier. Start from the goal line and work your way up.
Yeah.
Start from the goal line and work your way up. And when you look at how the Giants did us, the safety's back there like, you're not going to get me this time. Well, they got you another way.
I mean, from the sideline, if you see that, wouldn't you just start yelling, "Hey,
come
up! What are you doing?"
Or timeout.
He can't hear you.
Or call timeout.
He can't hear you.
Call timeout.
He's so far back. He can't hear you. That would be a problem.
We're saving our 2 timeouts left.
Yeah, right.
After that Rico Dowdle 9-yard run.
Well, look, let's take our last timeout.
We got a timeout.
Yeah, let's take our last timeout and come back for the last segment here on Mick Shots.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Cowboy fans. Keith Davis here, former Cowboys safety.
Keith Davis into the end zone.
You know what separates champions from the rest? Making the right move at the right moment. With blockchain.com, that's never been easier. The Cowboys became America's team by striking bold when it mattered most. Now it's your turn. Invest like your icons with blockchain.com. Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys today to get started and learn more. That's blockchain.com/Cowboys.
Miller Lite, the legendary light beer. The originator, the inventor. If this beer could talk, it'd tell stories about that one time, that night, that one guy, that one gal. Writing a story 50 years long and 50 million friends wide. Because legendary stories start with a light. Here's to 50 years of Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Star Sports Tours is the only official fan travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys, offering exclusive game weekend travel packages with pre-game sideline access and photo ops with current players, cheerleaders, and Cowboy legends. You want to stay at a team hotel, attend the best tailgate party in Texas, tour the Star, and talk X's and O's with me, Everson Walls? With Star Sports Tours, you can. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today.
The National Medal of Honor Museum is now open in Arlington, Texas, just a few blocks from AT&T Stadium. Immersive exhibits and exciting technology allow you to fly a rescue helicopter mission in Vietnam and have conversations with virtual Medal of Honor recipients. Come be inspired by these incredible stories of ordinary Americans who did the extraordinary. Get your tickets at mohmuseum.org.
Back to Mick Shots.
Match your favorite player with official on-field collections like Sideline, Crucial Catch, Salute to Service, and more. Visit a pro shop near you or log on to shop.dallascowboys.com, a Fanatics experience, and stay ready for game day.
All right, segment 3 of a Thursday edition of Mick Shots.
Yes, sure. Luke.
Did you miss us?
Yeah, and the coach is in a good mood.
Good.
Okay. He's gotten over that midnight rule. Yeah, sounds like we're going to have better run fits on defense this week.
Okay.
That's been the point of emphasis, run fits.
Did you wish him happy birthday?
We did wish him happy birthday, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Number 52 for him.
Oh, nice.
And
right on.
We try to quit counting birthdays at a certain point, don't we?
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
He was, and he's only 52.
Yeah. And we talked about, I read the chapter, which was a short chapter in his dad's book, Marty Ball, on their time spent in Washington.
Yeah.
Which was 24 years ago.
Okay.
One season, Marty Schottenheimer was the head coach for Washington, hired by Dan Snyder. And the best thing that came out of it is Brian met his wife, who was working for the Washington organization. Jimmy.
Go ahead.
So he has an affinity.
Shotty got game.
He has an affinity for the Commanders.
Shotty got game, man.
It was funny.
How many years ago?
And that was 2001.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should have asked him his Mac Daddy line. What was the line that?
What
was the line that won the Come on, man.
Well, you know, it had.
Hey, baby,
never mind, I'm gonna leave that alone.
Or something like that.
It is a funny story how he was.
He was imagine Shotty trying to be cool and put his rap down, trying to be cool.
He was the other day in the press conference. He talked about 6'7", 6'7".
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
6'7".
What's 6'7"?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, 6'7". It's the young thing. It's a
okay.
6'7".
Okay, y'all got me on that. We'll have to talk about that. And Bill knows what he's talking about.
I had to look it up.
Google's his friend also.
I had to be told.
Okay, all right. We'll check that out later.
It is a thing, guys.
It's a new thing, though.
It is, and it's for real. And if you don't know, it really is confusing.
They really say it.
Okay.
It's out there.
It's a young thing, then. If it's confusing to us, then yes, it is.
Look, so I had a score the other day. It was 6-7, and our line in the chat line blew up with 6'7", 6'7". I'm like, what is going on?
Old people.
Yes.
Old people.
But we figured it out.
What real quick, Schottenheimer is a funny story on how he got the quarterback's coaching job with Washington 24 years ago. His dad gets hired as the head coach, and he had been on the staff in Kansas City. And after his dad was out of coaching for 2 years, worked for ESPN actually for 1 year, and but Brian had coached at Syracuse and then for Paul Hackett at USC. And so he then goes to his dad after he got the head coaching job with Washington and said, "Hey, how about me as your quarterback's coach?" And Dad's like, well, and he finally relented and gave him an interview.
Mm-hmm.
So he comes for an interview, and
who's interviewing him?
His dad. Yeah. His dad's coming for the interview.
Come on,
flies
man.
into town, comes in for the interview. Okay, and they get into the interview, and then Dad looks at his wife. Well, we got Chris Palmer coming in for his interview here. And so kicks him out of the office and says, we'll have to continue this interview later because I got Chris Palmer coming in. He's interviewing for this job. And so the interview resumes at 4 a.m. the next morning before he had an early flight out the next morning. And so
that ain't cool.
4 a.m. and it's the first guy who ever got a job interviewing, and the guy interviewing was wearing his robe. So he got the job.
Brushing his teeth.
Yeah, that's good.
They could have done that at dinner.
Right. Wait till 4 a.m.
Had to make him sweat, though. You got to make him sweat. Can't just give it to him. But he did.
Did he say why? Why he got the job?
Well, because he's Brian Schottenheimer.
Okay.
and then he followed him to San Diego.
And Mama probably called.
Yeah.
So what's the holdup?
Right.
Yep.
Thank you.
For the job.
About that one.
Now that you're reading the book and you have a little bit more experience with Brian, what is the difference that you've seen so far between their coaches?
I want some chicken.
But what was the last part where you were rudely interrupted?
What's the difference between their coaching styles?
Oh, but Marty and Brian, I think their personalities, there's a difference there. Although and I've got a great friend who worked in Kansas City at the Fox affiliate there and just thinks the world of the Schottenheimers. And so Marty was always a great guy to cover from a media standpoint, and a great guy. He treated his employees tremendously.
Yeah.
Whatever. In fact, there's a story from Washington in that book where Daniel Snyder wanted to cut costs on the media guide. Okay, and so they wanted to make it a smaller media guide, and so they were going to take certain pages out of the media guide of people. They had people that work for the Washington organization. Yeah. Well, they're the head groundskeeper at the stadium had a page devoted to him, and so they come to Marty and said, "How about we'll take out this page?" And he was like, "No. We are not taking the page out for the head groundskeeper. Every employee in this building deserves a page in that media guide." And so that's the kind of person that Marty is. Well, Brian has that same attitude.
Or the
what's Daniel
or the
saying?
former owner.
Daniel wanted to get rid of all the
He,
oh, my God.
Yeah, right.
Was they get rid of the owner?
Yeah.
Well, that's what they did.
That's what they eventually
Took a while.
Yeah.
But it happened.
Yeah. But and I don't know. I think Brian probably got. I don't know if his personality. He's got that. He's very relationship driven. Which I think is a great trait, especially taking over this job, connecting with the scouting staff, connecting with different departments in the organization where everybody's on the same page. Probably got a lot of that from his dad too. His dad was
so who would
like
have been the quarterback at that time?
Jeff George was there. I think Jeff George may have been there the previous year because North Turner was the head coach before.
Yeah.
And
I was just trying to think.
Tony Banks was there, who lives here locally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I see Tony all the time.
Yeah.
But did Marty have the reputation as being a hard A?
Yeah.
Coach, which is completely different than what you think of Brian Schottenheimer as far as his reputation.
But I don't think he was like that off the field. His reputation was his coaching style as far as the way his team played.
Yes.
Was.
Oh, he had a stern look too.
Yeah.
I think Brian took more after from a personality.
Yeah, his mom.
His mom, Joy, right? Yeah. I believe that was it.
Yeah.
Anyway. But yeah, because when she was here, when he got hired, she was really outgoing, and I said, okay, took after.
Marty, it seemed like he was always yelling at somebody on the sideline. I mean, that's what I remember. Nothing good or bad. I just know he wanted to be heard, and we wanted to make sure everyone was communicating.
I remember him more from Cleveland, right? Was Cleveland his
Cleveland
first,
in the early 80s,
first head coach?
And then he was at Kansas City, and then Washington and San Diego.
Yeah.
So.
No, those relationships are important, and obviously, I don't know if you guys read it or saw it. Dan Quinn's relationship with Brian Schottenheimer, going back over 18 years between those two, that they've known
the Jets.
that they've been together for quite a while, and they said, look, a friendship be damned. When we get out here on this field, it's me versus him.
Quinn was the D-line coach for the Jets when Schottenheimer was the offensive coordinator. Okay. So 2007, 2008 is when Quinn was with the Jets. Then he went to the Seahawks from there under Pete Carroll. But remember in the press conference the other day, Brian said something about going back to Hofstra. And so I asked him, okay, so because Dan Quinn played at Hofstra, and then he coached at Hofstra for 5 years from like 96 to 2000. I said, okay, so where would the connection have come there? He said it was because the Jets trained at Hofstra.
That's right.
I remember him saying that.
So when Dan was there, he was a big man on campus during training camp because he knew all the people at Hofstra. So
look at us connecting all the dots.
And then and more recently, 2022. I mean, we talk about Mike McCarthy's relationship with. I heard it.
Go ahead, man.
But Mike McCarthy's relationship with Schottenheimer coming here, but truly, it was Dan Quinn's relationship with Schottenheimer that got Brian here in 2022 and why he was working with the defense more so than the offense. Not to say that Mike didn't want him here, but what sold it was he was going to be working hand in hand with Dan Quinn, and he was helping Dan Quinn with the defense by basically being an advanced scout. But
they should know a lot about each other.
Yeah.
They should know a lot about each other, how they play calling and everything.
Well, and Joe Witt Jr. is the play caller in defense, and he was here too, and so
So that cancels everything out.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
No one's got an advantage.
Okay.
You need another copy of the book on the rivalry, or you got enough? I seem to bring one.
You have it here?
I seem to bring it to you every year.
He's threatening to bring another one.
I got one.
Bring it tomorrow.
I'll bring it tomorrow.
Okay. On it's already Friday.
It's already Friday tomorrow.
And we're not playing their fight song, are we?
No.
No, we're not playing that fight song, but we'll play other fight songs.
The fight song.
Fight song.
Even though the rivalry started with their fight song, right?
Okay, that
Chris,
story
we don't
tomorrow
want to know that.
on the next edition of Mick Shots.
Go Cowboys.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?